Hello guys, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are building what I would like to call a tiny house. However, it's not set as a tiny residential lot, just so you know, but the house itself I feel would count as a tiny house, but I took the liberty to basically use a lot of foundation space on the exterior, which you probably saw in the thumbnail if you saw it, or here at the start of the video as well, because I always put the thumbnail in at the very start anyways. So it doesn't, I think there's more tiles than the tiny residential lot, whatever, that type would allow, like, to get the benefits off of that. So to me, it's a tiny house, but to the game, it might not fully be. I had a lot of fun with it though. I hope you guys like it. And yeah, color-wise, definitely inspired by fall. It's not like overly orange and red on the exterior or the interior. It's more like I try to go for a lot of green, but like darker green, and then yellow for the interior, but make it very cozy, kind of warm. There's a fireplace in the bedroom, for example. So to me, it does remind me of fall. It's just not overly fall-like, because usually when I go for fall-themed interiors, I'll either go for like red, orange, yellow together or something like that, which is a color combination that I know a lot of people actually don't like, but I kind of like it for the theme, like it fits, so whatever. Or I'll go for like darker browns or warmer browns, or maybe even the kind of purple that came with seasons. So I just kind of wanted to switch it up a bit and try something else. So it's not like there's a lot of color going on the interior, but the color that there is mostly green, which I know doesn't necessarily have anything to do with autumn, but I do feel like there's an autumnal vibe to the interior anyways. And then I also kind of wanted this house to look like it's sort of hidden in the forest. So we're building this in Windenburg on the Cottage AMC lot that is, there is a house on this lot by default, I think. I actually don't remember, but it's surrounded by water, I think. It's one of the ones that are up by the lake, so in the foresty area of Windenburg. I love building cottages in this area, and like both like cottages like this, but also more Tudor-like cottages or Tudor family homes as well. I just really love this area. It's very cozy and woodsy and foresty, and I feel like off-the-grid houses fit up here as well. I have built a couple of modern houses or contemporary houses as well up here, but that's also because I like the contrast between the forest and then the more contemporary looking houses. There's something very pleasing about that. But usually if I have to build a cottage, or not have to, but if I decide to build a cottage, because I don't have to build anything, it's all by choice. Anyways, if I plan to build a cottage, or that's what I'm in the mood for, or something like that, I'll usually build it in this area. Sometimes I've built it on the island here in Windenburg as well, but usually in this area. So today's no different. We're building I feel like I've built this cottage in a bigger version as well. I just really wanted to build something very small and cutesy so that I would have a lot of room with the landscaping, basically. Even though landscaping for me right now during fall is actually pretty annoying, because a lot of the plants, I've explained this in my last 2 fall builds as well, but a lot of the plants don't look fall-like. It's like they're stuck in summer state, and I don't know how to change it. I know that it's a glitch because some of you guys told me that you're experiencing the same problem with the plants, so it's not just me, it's not just my game, it's not something that I'm just telling myself is happening, it actually is happening. So just so you know, because I got, some of you guys were kind of telling me that, well, some of the plants don't change, but yes, these ones do change. I know which ones are supposed to go into fall state because I've built houses during fall in The Sims before, including winter as well. I've been around like building for a long time. When did seasons come out? I think it came out, was it 2018 or something? So I've built my fair share of fall builds before. I know which plants are supposed to change, and they're not changing for some reason. So I hope that that'll be sorted with the update that comes out before the new pack comes out, which I believe it's on the 13th, so that's a Friday. The pack, or the patch, should be coming out on the Tuesday, so that's the 10th, I think, if I can count correctly. Yes, I believe that's on the 10th. So hopefully they'll be fixed by then, but I don't actually know. If it's not changed in the near future, I might not do fall builds. I don't even... How are we supposed to do like winter, holiday, Christmas builds? Because to me, Christmas is all about snow and stuff, even though we don't really get a lot of snow here, because, you know, global warming and all that stuff. But how are we supposed to be building during winter if the plants don't actually change to winter state? Are we just supposed to like build with no plants? I don't know. Anyway, so that might be an issue if they're not fixing it sometime soon. So I hope that they're made aware of it and are looking into it. Also because imagine the new world that, what's it called? I feel like we've gotten the name and I just don't remember. Was it something with a K or something? I don't really remember anymore because it's probably a word that I've never seen before, and that's why I kind of don't like. It's a Japanese name and I just don't remember. Anyways, but since the pack is called Snowy Escape and it's all about snowboarding and that sort of thing, you can see that on the cover art. I feel like a lot of the world will probably be covered in snow, and how are we supposed to do the landscaping in that world without without winter plants or plants in winter state? So I'm a little bit nervous about that. I'm hoping that they're gonna fix it before we get access to that pack, but like I don't really know. So anyways, so this cottage is just for 1 or 2 sims and it's very cozy, it's very small, one might say tiny like I said before, and yeah, I don't really know what to say about it. I wanted to sit down and just build something like something that I was fully enjoying, something that was totally up my alley, something that I didn't have to like overthink the color scheme or the pieces of furniture that I put together, because I didn't really want it to be just one style. So one might say that it's slightly eclectic, but I just feel like the couple or the sim that lives here kind of doesn't really care that everything is matchy-matchy. They're just all about those cozy vibes and relaxing vibes and, you know, that sort of thing. I also made sure that they had room for a cat, so even though I forgot the food bowls at the start of the video or until the very end of the video, there is room for a cat. There is also a litter box, I think, in the hallway as well. So just so you know, you might not, if you don't stick around for the entire video, you might not see me place down a food bowl and the litter box, but there is one of each. Actually, there are 2 food bowls, and that's because I know you only need one, but I've had a dog. I grew up with a dog. She always had 2 food bowls because you need one for the food and you need one for water. So I'm guessing it's the same for cats, although in The Sims you only need one for food because apparently the pets don't really drink. So I don't know what that's about. They just don't need water for some reason. So, but it looks more realistic if you have 2. So it's just you know, if you use it for gameplay, just make sure that you don't put food in both of them because the pet might overeat or something. I don't really know how that works either. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played the game, like a long time by now. I just like to stay in build buy mode, and I think that is completely okay, totally acceptable, and it's the thing that a lot of people do anyways. So yeah, but there are 2 food bowls, just so you know. So in here, I actually really like this bedroom, even though the shape is kind of weird, but I love that there's a fireplace in here because it just adds, like, imagine like when you're going to bed, you put on the fireplace and then just lie there and read for an hour or something. Yes, I'd be the kind of person to lie in bed reading for an hour before actually going to sleep. Like, it's just very cozy and calming, and it's like meditation before sleeping as well. So I would do that. I do that sometimes. I kind of try to stick to 30 minutes, or like max 30 minutes. But sometimes the chapters turn out to be a little bit longer and it might take longer than 30 minutes. Anyways, but I would love to have like a fireplace next to me, even though I don't really know if that's healthy or not, to be honest. I don't really care. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to have a fireplace in my bedroom, but it would be very cozy with the crackling sound in the background and the warmth. What about smoke? I'm not really sure, don't really care, but it's The Sims, so it's all good. Instead, I have an oil diffuser because it relaxes me a lot, both the sound but also the smell. So that's what I have instead, but I would love a fireplace. So I gave the Sims, or the Sim living in this house, a fireplace in their bedroom so they could lie there and read or something like that. You can't do that in the Sims, but just pretend. I love how in cottages and stuff, like smaller apartments, but also cottages, just smaller houses in general, smaller, older looking houses, I always end up giving my Sims the very old TV, the box TV, as if they're constantly stuck in the 90s or the early zeros or something. I don't know, it's a habit by now, but I feel like it just fits the vibe. It's probably not very good quality. I should probably start giving them the flat screen instead, but why do we have those? Like, why do we have those old looking TVs? It's kind of funny. I have not seen one of those TVs in real life for the longest time, so it's kind of funny that we still have like 2 or 3 maybe or something in the game. I'm not really sure. Also the computers, a lot of the computers still have like the big back, which I don't need, like you can see it right now, it looks like a box, right? I think they're called box TVs as well, and then with the new ones, flat screens like I said before. And it's the same with computers, they're just the same size basically as the box TV, and then there's of course the computer next to it, so it's the monitor that's that big. We still have some of those in the game as well. I find that pretty funny because I don't remember the last time I saw something like that, other than at my grandma's maybe like 5 years ago or something. Or actually that's a lot longer because she used to live on a farm where she had that computer, and then she moved. I don't know, it might be 10 years ago then. I don't really remember, but it's a long, long time ago. So yeah, it's kind of funny to me that we still have those like older looking computers and TVs in the game. However, I do like them for retro purposes. It makes it more possible to build houses from like 50s to 90s. So I just find it kind of funny. So anyways, the kitchen. I almost called this the other bedroom. I don't know what's wrong with that. If you want to sleep in your kitchen, go ahead. I'm not going to judge you, but I don't know where that came from anyways. So that's what we're doing right now, just basically cluttering it up. It should be fully functional. There is a free counter on the other side, and they have a coffee machine. There's the essentials, of course, like sink and oven and fridge. Not a very, you know, super interesting kitchen. I almost called it a bedroom again. What's wrong with me? It's just not going very well today. So, but there's a kitchen. So anyways, I kind of wanted them to have a few hobby items. So I decided to put a guitar outside, which I'm not sure can live through rain, but if that's the case, like just pull it into your Sims inventory and it'll be fine. If you want a laptop in this house as well, just place it on the dining table, and then if you don't want it to be there, just pull it into your Sims inventory as well. It's completely fine. And then also a couple of easels, while like I placed them so they were kind of overlooking the pond that's next to the house, because I thought that would be nice. Maybe they could paint a couple of birds flying around or some of the trees. There's a lot of nice nature around this house as well, so I thought that would be a good place to place them. But anyways, we are at the end of the video, so I hope you guys like the house. If you do, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!
Whoa, you wanna do it again? You wanna do it again sometime? Whoa, can I see you again? Can I see you again sometime? If you'll be standing by your door, I'll pick you up at 8. I said, whoa, you wanna do it again? You wanna do it again sometime? I wanna hear your voice over the phone. Can I call you when I get back home, so we can talk about you and I, you and I? Or can you tell me what you wanna do? I'll do anything you ask me to, as long as I can spend the day with you, day with you. Lipstick left a mark on my cheek, so I keep thinking of you. Sometime. Whoa, can I see you again? Can I see you again sometime? If you'll be standing standing by your door, I'll pick you up at 8. I said, whoa, you wanna do it again, you wanna do it again sometime.